It's looking expensive, and now Dylan Brown. Look at the result, yes!
Here's another try, and the Kiwi Ferns go back to back.
G'day, Greg Murphy here, Putec Ambassador. Today I'm talking about safer driving, which is something Putec and I are extremely passionate about. With over 50 vehicles operating throughout New Zealand, Putec are committed to keeping their people and all other road users safer through greater driver education and awareness. Putec mobile service technicians are on the road 24/7, servicing their customers' hose and fittings requirements. And that's from the far north right down to the deep south of New Zealand. Putec are promoting a safe driving culture throughout their business, and this is something everyone should be thinking about.
This is some story right here. It's an absolute feast.
I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it was an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Started the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd, but still I just look around. No, you with me now, where you with me now?
I train to play.
And Sunnyville does it again.
The collisions, the big hits, I love it.
My teammates want me by their side, not on the sideline.
If I get injured, I can't play.
I want to play every game. The game doesn't start with a whistle.
It starts with warming up.
My body is the tool of my trade, so I look after it. We're going to show you how. ACT Sports Smart Warm Up. Let's go.
It's a good welcome to day 4 of the National Youth, NZRL National Youth Competition. Under 18s and under 16s. First up today we have Mid-Central Zone under 16s versus the Northland Swords under 16s. Mid-Central Zone, after winning on day 1 with a conversion from the sideline 24-22 over Wellington, they've just had a narrow loss to Auckland 22-20 and a loss to Akarana 56-0. Northland are yet to get a win, but close matchups against Southland, Counties and Upper Central Zone, all close losses. So these two teams find themselves in the playoffs for 5th and 8th. But around the grounds, on another game, we have Upper Central Zone and Wellington also in that bracket for 5th to 8th. It's a 6-all draw at half-time. Another under 16s battle. 1st and 4th bracket, we have Counties playing Auckland, and Counties at the moment are looking dominant, leading 12 points to 0. Both teams that we're going to view today have had the tournament tough, been riddled with a few injuries. As we know, it's a physical sport. There's been no serious injuries, just niggles that are keeping these boys out of today's games. Kids that are out here today are going to do the jersey proud, though, as they always do. Players to look out for today, we've got Ryder Crosswell, the 7 for Mid-Central, who every time he touches the ball looks class. He really directs the team around, and on that day 1 it was him, his conversion from the sideline that got them the victory over Wellington, the comeback victory. For Northland, Reef Safala, the big prop. 2 tries in the tournament so far. You don't hear that often about props, but 2 tries so far in the tournament and looking very big, agile front rower. Also a special mention to Brodie Schuster, the number 5, being told he's the character of the team and got a special haircut for us today, so hopefully he gets across. We can zoom in on that hair. Avatar look with a bit of fluff on the top, so character's done it for us today, Brodie Schuster. We weren't due to kick off. Both teams were eager. Northland have been warming up for a good part of 45 minutes, just get the body moving after 3 days of physical contact. Mid-Central walked over. They're warming up on the backfield. Gave a brother's call and they're ready and into it. So expect a tight clash. As I said, the playoffs for 5th and 8th bracket. Here's one. Albert Kelly gets us underway. Day 4, New Zealand Rugby League National Youth Tournament. Straight back is Mid-Central. Udierahi, the carry. Shea Udierahi up to the 20. Is that man again here right across, or just little tip-ons on. Plays out to the centre. That's Richard Schaff. Schaff, he's got plays inside him, off to Crosswell. Early, great start. Great chase by Tyrese Albert Kelly, but seemed a little bit too simple, and that's what happens in the game like that. Northland thought that they were just going to try and take it out of their own area with simple hit-ups after the first one. Simple Ryder Crosswell, just standing a bit off the ruck. He finds Richard Schaff, who skips on the out, straight down the sideline with pace. Like any good support player, the half, Ryder Crosswell backing up, scores under the post, takes the score to 4 points to 0.
Go! Go!
Ryder Crosswell already 3 tries, leading his team in try scoring for the tournament. Makes that 4. And he converts. Takes the score to 6 points to 0. So you could basically say it was 2 points the difference that has kept Mid Central out of the first versus fourth playoff bracket. After winning by 2 points and then the next day losing by 2 points, they had the tough task of trying to handle Akarana, and they were unsuccessful in that, but they're looking very sharp this morning. Onto it from the back fence, straight and hard. That's how you set the tone. Met by the defense though, not a backward step, no bend in that line. Tane off to Urierahi again. Sort of simple. This is similar to what we saw first, and it looks like it's going to go to right across well. This time they drop off, change it a bit. And that's the 19, Rosita. Kapua slowly up to the defense and handled there well. Tane straight through and up to the 50. But an error. It is an error. Boston Cart tried to get up, play the ball quick, thought he earned it, but no, just got to still get up and play the ball. Loose handle as he was getting up, so Northland first chance with the ball, first chance to attack. Torres Albert Kelly looks very nippy, very wiry out the back, the number 1. See him get one-on-one with some players. Harlem Cooper to feed the scrum. Off the back is the 13, Jared Cook. Does well to pick up 10 metres. They go to the left. That's through the 3, Marke. That man, Brody Schuster, unable to get the ball as the covering Mid Central defence was there. Good job by Mid Central. Looks like we're going to see a lot of line breaks, a lot of ball movement in this game, or at least to start us off anyway. Both sides seem to be attacking the other side of the field well. Off the back, Udierahi, is it? No, it's the 1, Kapua, Kempa Kapua. Right across for first receiver, bringing the boys onto it. The number 3, it is Joseph Ratcliffe with the carry. Tane, the other half down the short side. Bouncing away his tackles, gets the offload away. Quinn Adams manages to stay in. All Boston Cart, we're identical to where he lost the play just before. Gets up this time, gets it right. Tane had his plays to right, but good decision just to find some space, and he's done so. And look at the chasers. They're through. They got the bounce, and that's the number 9, Josiah Simons, who we saw get that try on day 1 to give them the win. Good about this team is no matter what someone does, the players react fast. You could sit there and watch the kick, or you can be amongst the chase, and they had it lined up to the right looking to shift, but Torres Tane saw some space, found space, and you never know what happens when the rugby league ball bounces. Bounced straight up to Josiah Simons. He had plays on the inside, did not need them. Takes the score to 10 points to 0, Mid Central. Oh, he's missed it from... Oh, he's kicked it? He did kick it. I thought I saw the touchies put their flag down, but the referee awarded it. So that's 12 points to 0. Wouldn't think he would miss it from in front when he's kicking them from the sideline, but funny things have happened. And Northland looking to get back on the attack. They've only had 2 tackles with the ball. Tane, another strong carry from the back fence. Irierahi back at them, and it's Remini who's been the carries from the back fence. Marino Remini. They look to go wide again, and it is Crosswell, and they find space on that side again. Scharf, Richard Scharf again in space, takes the fullback on, stays in, gets the pass away. Josiah Simons will get his second of the game. Must do something about that side of the D. 16 points to 0 Mid-Central, but it's identical almost every time for this Mid-Central side. We spotted a weakness in Northland's left-hand defensive line, and they take 1, they take 2, and there's been 3 alterations to the play. The first one we saw right across, or just a simple out ball. The second one we saw a turn under, and that time he was out the back of a Tane pass straight to Richard Scharf. 2 impressive line breaks, big size, big pace. You had the number 9 who's playing on the wing, Josiah Simons, back up for his second of the day. Kicks that. Score is 18-0 early on. Tough ask, obviously, playing. It's the 4th day now, both sides injury riddled. Northland will look good with only the 2 tackles we've seen them with the ball. Just the defense they need to stop. And they decide to change it up with their kickoffs. I believe they're going left now instead of right. Crosswell, the same thing though. Irierahi with the big straight carry back. Kapua to take play 2. Just centre it. They got half either side. Tane to the left. Players in motion. Boston Carr. Tane back Kapua up front. Right across, or just turns it under. Irierahi this time. Tackled. Getting towards the end of the set. Tane to Crosswell. Numbers again to the right. Ratcliffe. Scharf again, this time there to meet him. Solid defense this time by Maaki. Latanoa, Maaki. And a little error, that's what they needed. So they fix up that left-hand defense. They get some confidence from that. Their turn with the ball. Mid-Central, so for the opening bit of the game, the opening 10 minutes of this game, it's been all Mid-Central. Northland only 2 tackles with the ball. Made 1 line break with it though, so we see something here. Albert Kelly, nice on his feet. Good meters. Naya Fatu. Big boy, carries it towards the midfield. Standing in a tackle by 3, and we'll play it. Sofala, the try scorer, scored 2 so far, Reef Sofala, for Northland in this tournament. Earns his team a penalty. He's fighting for the play to ball. That's what they need to see. The number 20 onto the field. They go to the left. They had numbers at a 4 and 3. It's gone back. The referee has said, fair enough. Play to the referee's whistle as Cook takes it through. Sofalo's already gone across. Finds Cooper to the back. Fatu goes close. Manaia Fatu. Cooper has the ball. Goes back to the field. Liafa. Jed Liafa. Which side do they take it? We've got Cook to the left. Tito out there. Can he get the ball across? Last tackle tackled. And that will be a changeover. He had the offload. He could have got it. They might have been an opportunity, but Mid Central survive. First attacking raid on their line. Quinn Adams in to do some work, give his team a rest. I mentioned both these teams have been injury riddled. And there's a lot of players that aren't playing that we saw in the opening days for both these teams. Both here to still do a job as they're fighting for that 5th position, the best place they can finish in the tournament, or 8th position, the worst. And we have an error from Ratcliffe, Joseph Ratcliffe, and Northland looked very good in that first opening defensive set just there as they limited Mid Central's movement and meters with the ball. Believe they can get one. They may be able to get a couple. Naya Fatu looks like he's going to have the carry. They go out the back. Tito, all the numbers were there. Just the rushing defense. Mid Central stopped it. Tyrese Albert Kelly. There he goes, looking sharp, getting close. Wairihu. Unique Wairihu. Very close from dummy half. He's really picking his moments. I just saw a marker down. He took on the line. Where do they go? To the midfield through the big number 20. There's Cook. Sort of like a settler, you could say, but didn't make too many meters. They go back, just one out stuff Barlow, but it doesn't get him across. No. Now it's the last tackle. Back to Tito. Puts in the little kick. And do they get there? It looks like they're claiming it. And they've given it. And it's that man, the number 10 on his back. Looks to have shifted to the centres. Reef Sofala. 2 tries already. Make that 3 now for the tournament. It's a very stock standard set. Not doing too much. Ball movement not there. Just playing that power game. Trying to bust through the middle through some individual brilliance. But through the end, Tokomauri Tito summed it right up. Little grubber in. And the big number 10 out in the centres, Reef Sofala, opens the scoring for for Northland Swords. Tyrese Albert Kelly. Every kick's important as we were 3 converted tries behind. Looks good, and he gets it. Looked very clean, that kick. 18 points to 6. So after a very slow start by the Northland Swords, they've picked it up both defensively and offensively. They're right back in this game. Did say I think if they could get one, they could get a couple. Gone short. Fatu there. Manai Fatu's there to clean it up. Cooper onto the try scorer, Safala, who seems to be back in the middle now. Just a roving role for him. Good carry straight off the bench. Hebden Penetoa. There's the number 9, Wairehu. Cooper with the ball in hand. Safala under. Cook the lead. Getting through big meters. Rolling this set they are. Last tackle. What will Cooper do with it? Sides a little chip and chase. But Ratcliffe's back there to pick it up. But Cooper chased his own kick. And in the end it didn't turn out too bad for the Mid-Central coming off their own line. Ryder Crosswell, they are playing very expansive, not afraid to shift the balls. I see Josiah Simons. Carry. Only 20 out though. Crosswell goes to the short side. They're outnumbered, but decides to take it himself. Tane steps up. Gets the ball to the leg. Boston Carr hits the gap beautifully as the chasers are coming across. 6 to go it looks like. 6 to go it is. They got back there in defence but whacked the ball down. On the first tackle they put the kick in. Oh, they got the bounce again. Ryder Crosswell gets his second for the day, which takes them out to 22 points to 6. I can't say I think if he had his time over again they'd do it different because they scored the try, didn't they? But was the first tackle. Very audacious chip and chase. A little planned move between the halves. Ryder Crosswell knew what Tane was doing. There was a fullback back there. It was the 7, Tito, covering. But just the bounce. I mentioned after that first try, if you don't catch them on the full, rugby league ball can do some funny stuff. Ryder Crosswell looks to take the margin back out to 18 points. And he does just that. 24 points to 6. So very high opening first half. Majority was scored in the first 10 minutes by Mid-Central. We got into a bit of a grind for the middle part of this half. That's where we're at now. Northland need to bounce back. Change your attack, kicking off to the left. Not a very deep kick. They bring it back Mid-Central, look to the centre of the field. That's through the 17, Raymond. Moritz Raymond. Play a lot off the halves, this group, as they look for the early ship. Boston Carr, 10 on the back, looks to be playing in the back row. Mid-Central rely a lot on their halves to direct them around. Not too much one-out stuff, it's usually off their halves. You see Kapua there, the lead, Tane stepping up. Hits Kapua, just standing still. Stand still like that, that's what's going to happen, but he manages to stay up somehow. And the numbers to the right, Crosswell calling it, Tane sweeping around. Running onto it, himself through a gap, Crosswell gets tackled. Tane with the kicking duties on the last. So they run it down, they decide to run it. Kapua. Well diffused there by the number 2 O'Halloran, Snow O'Halloran. Albert Kelly going to get some easy meters. And he does that. And a penalty, a shoulder charge. So tough carry by Tyrese Albert Kelly gets his team the reward. Now, will they hit back just before half time? Going to half time with their heads held high. And finds it on the 52. Good kick. Barlow, Lucas Barlow, recipient of that. Goes straight through the middle from the Northland big boys. There's the props. Good job marching up to the 20 out from the mid-central line. Now they get a chance to play some attacking footy. Tito takes it down. His runner's just a bit too deep. They go back through the middle. Hard to stop, hard to put down. One of the players brought in late. Hebden Penetoa out to Cooper. Little turn underplay, I did not mind that at all, especially the man coming back, Fatu. Mania Fatu, last tackle. They got numbers to the left. Tito's the man. They go the power game. But held up on the last tackle. They were up to the challenge mid-central. Instead of going for another set with only a minute remaining, going to the left, they decided to run it. Under a minute left in this first half as Simons takes it back off. The number 9 with his on his back, but definitely playing like an outside back or a power forward. So got a bit mixed up there. Quinn Adams collects the loose pass as the first half is winding down. Go to the short side, that's Ratcliffe. Trayvon Nui. 5 metres from that carry. Tane. Out to Crosswell, they look to shift again. There's numbers there if they can get it there. Last play of the first half. Josiah Simons back on the inside of Crosswell, trying to keep it alive. They go to ground with it. And that'll be the half-time Hooter sound. 24 points to 6 to Mid-Central. So after a opening first half where we saw Mid-Central jump out to a quick 18-0 lead, we go to half-time with a 24-6 scoreline. We'll be right back with the second half.
G'day, Greg Murphy here, Putek Ambassador. Today I'm talking about safer driving, which is something Putek and I are extremely passionate about. With over 50 vehicles operating throughout New Zealand, Putek are committed to keeping their people and all other road users safer through greater driver education and awareness. Putek mobile service technicians are on the road 24/7, servicing their customers' hose and fittings requirements. And that's from the far north right down to the deep south of New Zealand. Puketawhero are promoting a safe driving culture throughout their business, and this is something everyone should be thinking about.
This is some story right here. It's glorious. It's an absolute feast.
I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Started the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd, but still I just look around. Know you with me now, where you with me now?
I train to play.
And Sunnyville does it again.
The collisions, the big hits, I love it.
My teammates want me by their side, not on the sideline.
If I get injured, I can't play.
I want to play every game. The game doesn't start with a whistle.
It starts with warming up.
My body is the tool of my trade, so I look after it. We're going to show you how. ACT Sports Smart Warm-Up. Let's go.
So welcome back to the second half. So you see Mid-Central Zone under 16s, Northland Swords under 16s in the playoff bracket for 5th and 8th. Impressive start by Mid-Central. We've had a double to Ryder Crosswell with 3 conversions. He takes his score tally out to 5 for the tournament. 2 tries to Josiah Simons for the Mid-Central Vipers, and Fadreef Safala, the lone try scorer, with Tyrese Albert Kelly converting. But an impressive start here to open this half. And that's the 14, Hebden Penetoa. Reef Safala, the try scorer. Up well inside their half. Cooper goes with the kick, finds some grass. Promising start, good set of 6. The chasers down there, so whatever's been said at half time, been impressive start to this opening set by the Swords. Josiah Simons, he's bringing it back at pace. It's the 21, Leoana playing the ball. Tane out to the 15, Himara. The majority of this Mid-Central attack comes through their halves. Boston Carr goes to the short side, just as I say that. Tane. It's the spiral attempt. It's our man, Brody Schuster, gets the ball away. It's Albert Kelly. Tyrese Albert Kelly. Love to see him in some space, one-on-one chance, be good. It's the man who's made for TV, they said, with the haircut. Brody Schuster tries to bite off a couple of metres. Maki. Latano Maki. It's the number 10, Safala looking for some more work. Gets the ball, takes the charge, up close to halfway. Cooper go early again. Turns it back under to Cook, who's been very good so far this game. Does so again with another carry. They go to the left. Ooh, almost could have played on. The referee blew the whistle. I think it was incorrect play the ball as to why he blew the whistle, so he couldn't play on from that. Great carry by Cook. Tyrese Albert Kelly going for the line. They take the tap and go. Big carry, big carry. Look to go left. Wairehu. Still numbers to the left, but they go back to the right through the power game. Doubling up as the 20. Reef Safala, try score out open. Cooper with the ball. It's out the back to Cook. Cook offloads. Fatu, he's big, he's powerful. They take it down. I think they've come to the left a bit too late. They do go there, Tito. Oh, knocked down. Crosswell. Had the lead runner in Maki. Albert Kelly out the back. So Crosswell had to come up with that play. Either intercept or knock it down. So all these teams, even though they might not be able to win the tournament, can still get themselves into a good position in their careers. There's plenty of NRL scouts floating around watching these games. Seen some Storm, Sharks, Bulldogs, Titans, just to name a few. As Cook carries, always beating the first. He gets real close that time. Wairehu gets it across and they open the scoring for the second half. Unique Wairehu. 24-10 with a kick to come. As we've seen so far throughout this tournament, no lead is safe. No lead is safe at all. 25 minutes and a half of football is very long. And the way the Swords have come out after half time, looking to chew into that the best they can finish, or the best both sides can finish, is fifth. So we got the scores from around the grounds. Go to just after this, they're just coming in. Tyrese Albert Kelly converts. Takes it back to 2 converted tries, margin 12 points. So around the grounds we had in the other 5th and 8th bracket playoff, we had Wellington beat Upper Central Zone 28-10. So the winner of this game will play Wellington for 5th position. The loser of this will play Upper Central Zone for 7th and 8th. In the 1st and 4th bracket we had 1 game today with 1 remaining. And that led counties will be in the championship game fighting for 1st place. Auckland will be fighting for 3rd. The other game still undetermined. So we see back to this action. Reef Safala taking it back. Impressive young player. Be very good once he starts putting some size on the body, the frame, fill out. This man once again beats the first defender, Jared Cook. Jared Cook it was, yes. Timtoa, Hebden, Puketawhero. As Cooper comes around to the left. Onto the field now, Tyrell Nathan. First bit of action for the afternoon. Tito back under to Schuster. Last tackle. Tito's the man. Not high enough to get the chasers down there to contest. They are there in tackle, and Quinn Adams does a good job diffusing it. Slowly up. Ratcliffe. As Mid-Central like to get back to the way they're playing that first half, and they do this through the shifts. Udierahi out to Josiah Simons. Very strong ball carrier. That's exactly how they like to play the game, Mid-Central. Off their halves, shifting the ball. Little tip-ons. Udierahi up into Northland's half. Cade Bridgman playing 9. Kapua off to Boston Carr. Has the arm free, but knocked on. So not completing a set, still in this second half. There's Mid-Central, Northland Swords with all the running. After the opening 18 points, it just seems like whatever was said behind the try line, Northland Swords are really toughened up, stepped up their defensive line and made it a bit harder for Mid-Central. Fatur is up quickly. One-on-one steal, was it? No, 2 in the tackle. Albert Kelly with a quick tap. And off the right foot. Here they go, they're starting to roll Mid-Central. Wairehu. Very smart, unique Wairehu. Starting to really get into the game now, into the action. Cooper to take to the short side to Cook, who steps back, passes. Forward pass, believe it was. So not capitalising on the Mid-Central era. But still 2 converted tries in this. Crosswell, once again the recipient of the ball to Josiah Simons. Good defense by the Swords, once again up there. I think they've clicked on to the second effort, yep. Crosswell finds touch. 40 out from the Northland Swords line. Ratcliffe with the tap. Pass it on to the hard running Remini. Only knows one way, that man. Kapua off the left foot, back at the ruck. That time he goes with pace. Crosswell once again to Tane, just a bit out in front and through the hands. Play on it is. Gone backwards. Dived on by Udierahi. Boston Carr. Back to the middle, Tane. Crosswell. Does he take it down? He gets the offload back to Tane. And there's space there. Quinn Adams standing, back to Tane. His third touch from this possession. Goes down with the ball, dives with that. Last tackle. As they go to the short side, Kay Bridgman gets close. Unsuccessful. So everyone thought it was going to Crosswell. Went back to the left. Kay Bridgman thought he saw an opportunity on the last. Not a bad finishing position if they can muscle up, but good first carry by Albert Kelly. Out to the 10. Brody Schuster back at the ruck. Good carry. Gone backwards, but play on. In an attempt to steal the ball back, Tyrese Albert Kelly's propelled the ball forward. Mid-central. Be hard to hold out here the way their attack can click together. Here from the coaches, the patience, use your set. Try and score on every play. So we have an injury timeout. Still plenty of time left. 2 converted tries in it. So let's sit around the grounds we had in the 5th versus 8th bracket. Wellington Victoria, so the winner of this will play Wellington for 5th and 6th position, while the loser will take on Upper Central Zone for 7th and 8th. Very tight competition though when you consider sides like Mid-Central here, beating Wellington by 2 and losing to Auckland only by 2. Crosswell turns back under Simons at pace, and there's space there. Shut quickly by the forwards coming out of the scrum. Nonetheless, it's a great start as Kapua has a carry at pace again. Really picked up. I think he's gotten better as the game's gone on. Crosswell wants someone to come under. Rimini. That time off the right foot. I saw her step in. I sure did. Bridgman back to Crosswell. Most of the action does come off a 7 or a 6. He's tackled. Kapua standing there. Bridgman looked to go himself and rolling. Unsuccessfully not getting there. Last tackle though. They get it to Tane, who puts the kick in almost at the post. Rolling, they let the ball bounce. And it's a line dropout. They kick it dead. Take no chances with that ball. Looking to get the ball back quickly to try and eat into the margin will be Northland. Do they go short or are they looking to go long? It's a missed kick, but wobbles. Well held by the mid-central player, Rosita. Crosswell to the short side is Simon sweeping around at pace. Hard. Oh, Schuster. Great tackle. 1-on-1. Try saver, you could say. Kapua has space there. Look for Crosswell and Tane, I believe, could link up. Goes straight to Tane. Line's a bit flat outside him. Out the back to Boston Carr. Still standing in the tackle, but Northland up to it defensively. Tane goes to the short side. There's Ratcliffe, and they get it down. Hard to see. There's the ball, and he does get it down. So Quinn Adams is the try scorer in the end after some great lead-up work from Boston Carr, getting the offload away. Simple draw and pass for Joseph Ratcliffe to put away Quinn Adams in the corner. That will take the score out to 28 points to 12. gallant effort from the Swords to fight back in this game. I'm not going to call it over yet. We've seen teams throughout this tournament come back from deficits like this at a rapid pace, scoring 2 and 3 tries in the last 5 minutes, but the way Mid-Central have gone through this tournament, it'd be very hard to stop.
For everyone to see right across the country and overseas. So if you've got friends and whānau at home who are unable to attend here today in Rotorua, send them over to the Facebook page. You can find the links. They're up live on YouTube.
Right across, well, out in front of misses, so the score does remain 28 points to 12. It's where he kicked the match winner on day one from that sideline to get them the victory over Wellington 24-22. Northland going long to the right. Looks like through Tyrese Albert-Kelly. Bit short. Boston Carr. Ball bounces up for him and he tries to go around them. Number 10 on the back. Does a good job to stay in. Tane goes long to Crosswell. They love shifting at this team. Very exciting brand to watch. Rimini. That right foot again. Right across, will he take it short? He does. They got the numbers there. They can use it out the back to Ratcliffe. Just easy meters, that play. Well constructed. Once again, they're looking to go off their halves. Hemara back to centre it. Crosswell gets it. They're holding back. Decides to kick for Tane. But Hebton Penetoa back there to defuse it. Good cover, and Albert Kelly finally get to see him in some space. Cooper asked for his players, but it was knocked on in the play the ball. So just when Northland looked to start getting back on a roll, trying to eat into the margin, come up with an error Mid-Central. Chance to attack again. Crowds are starting to pack in as we know the finals days are coming in. We're here at the moment. Crosswell, no runners though. Everyone too deep, so he has to take it himself. Does a good job. Still running. He runs into the number 8 though, from Tyrell Nathan. Knock on there. Great rushing defence from Snow O'Halloran. As that's the risk you take, I suppose, when you're flat and you're trying to throw long balls. That defence can rush. Going to put the outside men under all sorts of pressure. That's the risk and reward that Mid-Central look to have taken into this tournament. We've seen them throughout this game, and definitely if you've been with us through the coverage on day one and the other games, they play a lot off the 7 and 6 and like to go from sideline to sideline. Northland looking to get some attack and get back. It's a penalty, so they get another set of 6. Cooper find the line quickly. Oh no, they go for the tap. Tyrell Nathan, easy meters. Good 20-metre carry. To the 12, Barlow. Liafa, Jed Liafa, taking it down close to the line, 5 metres out. Cooper out the back of Nathan. Turn it back under. Couldn't see the number, but he's held just down. As Liafa's there. Gets it. Is it a try? No. Ryder Crosswell has the ball in his hand. It looks to have been held up just inches of the line. Barlow went so close there. Mid-Central trying to rush. Look at the Northland defence. As they rush him back. Just got the tackle wrong in the end. The intention to rush off the line was there. Northland trying to get the ball back. Just the technique was all wrong at the end of the tackle. 3 minutes to go in this game. Crosswell, fine touch. He's taking his time firstly. So they're 20 out from their own line with the clock winding down for our first game on the live stream today. As I mentioned, 5th and 8th these teams are playing for. At the moment it looks like we will have Mid-Central fighting for 5th and 6th. Bridgman takes the easy meters on offer. Crosswell does the same. So just keeping it simple this set. Go to the left. Udi Erehi. Udi Erehi. Tane. Boston Carr coming under. Takes it himself this time. Beats the first, but swallowed by the rest of the defence. They go to the left. Back to the right. Crosswell sums it up with a little chip and chase. They get the bounce again. Bounces this time to Northland. Albert Kelly. It's clipped a little high. Brady Schuster held on to it. Oh, he tried to get up and keep running. Cooper under. The 17 now on the field. Rehana. Dayton Rehana. Continue to go through the middle. Big carry. Fighting right till the end of Northland Swords. Hemden, Pinator off to the left. They can get it out. There was unmarked man. Still on to the left. They decide to take it, but last tackle. Chance their arm with a run. They got to run it. Last tackle still must get it away. Die with the ball. Sometimes that's the winger's job and the outside backs to help the halves count as they're trying to direct the rest of the team. Bridgman, first carry. This has been quite the second half shaft after his 3 line breaks to start the game. Quinn Adams, overs. There's Remani going under, and that will be the full-time siren. 28 points to 12, mid-central zone over the Northland Swords. In the under-16s battle, we had 2 tries to Ryder Crosswell, 2 tries to Josiah Simons, a try to Quinn Adams, and Crosswell converted 3. So that was the win for Mid-Central, so playoff for 5th and 8th. So at the moment tomorrow we'll have Mid-Central taking on Wellington, and in the other game we'll have Northland Swords taking on Upper Central Zone. But stay tuned, we've got another game coming up. Very exciting clash too, so we'll see you.
G'day, Greg Murphy here, Purtec Ambassador. Today I'm talking about safer driving, which is something Purtec and I are extremely passionate about. With over 50 vehicles operating throughout New Zealand, Purtec are committed to keeping their people and all other road users safer through greater driver education and awareness. Purtec mobile service technicians are on the road 24/7, servicing their customers' hose and fittings requirements. And that's from the far north right down to the deep south of New Zealand. Purtec are promoting a safe driving culture throughout their business, and this is something everyone should be thinking about.
This is some story right here. It's glorious. It's an absolute feast.
I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Start at the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd, but still I just look around. Know you with me now, where you with me now?
I train to play.
And Sunnyville does it again.
The collisions, the big hits, I love it.
My teammates want me by their side, not on the sideline.
If I get injured, I can't play.
I want to play every game. The game doesn't start with a whistle.
It starts with warming up.
My body is the tool of my trade, so I look after it. We're going to show you how. ACT Sports Smart Warm Up. Let's go.